everyone, it's Megan. This is Loud and Local, and I am so excited to be sitting in here tonight with Carolyn Ramsay Band because when I first had the idea for this show and I was bringing it to Wolfeboro, basically everyone said, oh, well, if you're going to do it, you have to get the Carolyn Ramsay Band. Like, that just has to happen. It's just, they're a Wolfeboro staple. So, and they're
but
here.
You asked Carolyn.
Yeah. So welcome, you guys. We have Carolyn, Jess, Chuck, Bud, and Mike. Yes, I got them all.
Yeah.
Yay.
Thank you.
Welcome. All right, so how did y'all become Carolyn Ramsay Band, other than, obviously?
Well, let's see. Chuck called me and said, I have a project you might be interested in.
Oh.
So.
Well, see, that's the story Carolyn's going to tell you. The real story is I had the name of the band already picked, and I had to find somebody named Carolyn Ramsay. Or it
just wasn't going to fly.
It wasn't working
right.
with Harvey
So
Weinstein.
is that your real name, or did he just give you that?
My true name's really. Yep. I married a Ramsey.
No?
Yeah.
There you go.
There's a
Right.
country song in that.
Yeah. So we got together at a friend of ours' place, Piper's, and invited Jessica to come along.
Yep.
And we started, and immediately it just gelled, I think. I don't know what the rest of them think.
Right.
Yeah, it clicked right away.
Oh, this is where, we have to
This is
agree.
where you-
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
right.
She's the leader.
It's
Oh, yes.
been
She's got the
it's
track
been
book.
tulips ever since. Rainbows and tulips.
So that was
rainbows
what,
and tulips.
April 2012.
Oh wow.
It's been 3
Well,
years.
okay, so
Yeah.
but I'm just gonna say I was listening to Soundcheck, and I would definitely say you guys have been together longer than that. Like, it doesn't seem like it's only been 3 years.
It's only been 3.
Wow.
You should have seen what a cherub I look like. I mean, this is what.
This is
This
age
is
you?
the
Is that what
result
you're
of
saying?
this, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
What do
We
you
were
say?
so young back then.
So now you all have known each other for a long time? Is that
No, we met at that open mic that Piper was hosting at the Inn on Main.
mm-hmm.
I think that
Oh.
was that where we met.
It was
I
3
can't
years ago.
remember.
I don't
Well,
know.
I knew Mike because Mike has played locally for a long time.
Right.
We had actually met.
Together
Yeah.
at parties
Right.
and those
Yeah.
functions that we still do now, and smaller
Mhm.
scale. And Carolyn would come out, with our friends with her acoustic guitar, and she'd kind of lead us, through some of those gigs. So
Right.
You and I
Great.
have played a couple of gigs together.
Bud and I had played, down at the bandstand in an impromptu kind of situation where the band that Saturday night group had canceled,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden my friend was scrounging for musicians. Bud came out, I was there. We had
Oh, that was a jazz gig. That's right.
Yeah, it was a jazz gig then. So Chuck and I had played together in different groups, as well. Then.
Right.
And then when he approached me, he knew how easy it would be to book a band that has a great looking front woman and her daughter. So he said, "This
Are
is
you
gonna fly."
completely throwing me
Oh
in
my
there?
god.
Wow, Mike. That's
That-
awesome.
Thank you. I'm all done.
Tis the season for brown nosing. Hey, throw it all out there. That's what I say.
Yeah. And Bud and I had met, I don't know how many years prior, maybe 8
Yeah,
or
something
so,
But I
or
mean,
10.
part of the thing was I had a rhythm section that was rock solid. These guys, and everything else is easy
Right.
after that. As long as the rhythm section is there, and we have played together in various things before, but never. I don't think we ever played together. But
Not the three of us.
didn't matter. It's language of music. You speak it or you don't. So, and then throwing Carolyn and Jess in the front was easy. And
Right. So now,
Really
did
what?
you grow up singing with your mom? Did
Yes.
you? Yeah.
Yep.
So this was
From
very.
infancy.
Yeah.
Or before.
Or before. Yeah. But we never did anything outside the house
No,
until open mic.
a couple times open mics, yeah.
Yeah.
So now, what would you say is your biggest musical influence? Doesn't have you don't all have to answer the same answer, but curious. Carolyn, you first.
Oh, and now I'm on the spot.
Yeah.
Probably my family. My dad was a piano player.
Mhm.
My mom also played piano, but we would sing in the car anywhere and everywhere we went.
Mhm.
And with 3, 4, up to 6 part harmonies. I have 3 siblings.
Oh my goodness.
So my
right.
mom and dad and my 3 siblings and I, and so we would end up singing rounds in different 6 parts, and then we'd all sing a different song in a round, and it would just be hilarious until we'd crack up laughing.
Crack the cover.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Oh my gosh, it reminds me of my own childhood. Like and again, like in sound check, you were playing the first song that I ever learned to play on guitar. I felt like this is like meant to happen, Carol. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's
Yes.
great. What about you,
Yeah.
Jess?
I mean, my family, obviously,
Right.
Mom, but music has always been a part of my life, and I've loved to sing and dance since I was big. And I remember a photograph that they took of me when I was about 4 years old in this little skirt. I just,
Yes.
yeah,
Dancing.
it's always
and-
been like here.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
this was easy to come in and
Just sort of a
jump
natural
on.
progression. Yeah, absolutely. Chuck, we'll skip you, bud.
You don't have enough film.
Good call.
But I could neither sing nor dance, so you might as well.
Right.
Well, I grew up with music in the household, but not musicians.
Mhm.
I always loved music since I can remember. And my parents listened to a wide variety of stuff, but what I was more drawn to was jazz.
Mhm.
And I found that just listening to radio, blues and blues-based rock and roll was just really what I loved. And, soul and R&B, all that great stuff in the 60s. That's kind of my home territory. That's what I really enjoy.
Right,
So that's
yeah.
what
That's
my
awesome.
main influence is.
Mhm. Cool. Mike.
I started playing music at in an early age, and I think it was inspired by my AM transistor radio that I got that was stuck to my ear all the time.
Right.
And I was listening to everything that came out on AM radio. So back then it was 70s, if I can date myself like that then.
Oh, why
so
not?
as I went along, I liked progressive rock music, I liked jazz, I liked improvisational jazz, and then I liked classical music, and I saw myself maybe being like a timpanist in a symphony orchestra then.
Mhm.
So a lot of those influences really are part of what I still do, playing with different jazz groups, and anywhere from Dixieland to traditional jazz then. But really, I like rock that's challenging style rock music, and everything that makes people feel good, because that's really what music is conveying an emotion then. So if it's a good emotion, that's what we get from a group like this then, is
Right.
bringing this to people so that they'll enjoy the music that they grew up listening to, the music that is timeless then.
Absolutely.
But I also like to play other styles of music. When you think about classical in that realm, a composition might go through lots of different movements that have different emotions surrounding all of them. So I like that fact too, that music can make you feel up one moment, and then you can feel melancholy, you can feel a whole different emotion in the next stanza, so to speak then. So
Yeah.
really it's a melting pot of all different styles then,
Right.
so inspired
Well, and
by
you guys are such a melting pot of fun. Like, just all the laughter that's been going on and all that sort of stuff like that. I hope I get to capture it in the outtakes.
Yeah.
I'll give it away.
We do.
We
For
do,
sure. Oh,
for
no.
sure.
It totally resonates, and that's awesome. I love that energy. It's such a great thing. Okay, Chuck, your musical influence.
Reluctantly.
The only thing, the only thing that I wanted to say was booger,
Yeah.
because you said I can't. So,
There you have it.
there you have it.
Just-
There
okay,
you
so
go, kids.
so for all of you viewers out there who are wondering why Chuck just said booger out of no reason, on first night we were the TV station was filming, and he all of a sudden realized that they were filming and that it was going to be on TV, and immediately grabbed a microphone, which I've heard rumor they don't normally let him have, and said
That is
booger.
correct.
So it's become
is that why?
it's become an inside joke for us here at the TV studio, and so now it's come full circle.
But-
Do you feel better?
Do you want a serious answer, though?
Yes, I do. I would love one.
What did I tell you, Megan? I lived in San Francisco for 13 years,
Mm-hmm.
and was fortunate to be in the right place at the right time, and got to play with people whose records I had when I was a kid. Just luck,
Mm-hmm.
And it was great. So a lot of that was there was a lot of the what you would think of as San Francisco sound, sort of deadish kind of stuff. More southern rocky kind of stuff. There's everything, folk, and so as far as the musical influence, it's like whatever I happened to listen to 10 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Really, because it's like, oh man, we were talking about Bruce Coburn the other day. I'll put on what was it, Charity Night? Is that the album we were talking about?
I don't
Charity
know.
of Light?
Charity.
And it's like, okay, I'm on that kick now for a week, and then I'll hear something else and say, oh, I'm on that kick now for a while.
Right.
And then comes the weekend, and I'm playing with Carolyn, and
Yeah.
there's everything. And
So as a group, so you've been playing for a few years now. Like, what would you say was like the craziest experience you guys have had as a group so far?
That's a good question.
you have an
There's a
edit.
couple.
You have an edit button.
There's
I
right?
do, I do, if
Cool.
necessary.
Showing
if
up for a
necessary.
gig and another band's already setting up.
Okay, that was
Oh.
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
I'm glad they were.
But they were gracious, and they
Yeah.
said, "You go right ahead."
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
good.
How about this
we
one?
That's always
played
awkward, right?
at
You're
the-
like,
we played at the Mount Washington Hotel
Oh.
one time.
That was like The Shining.
Very
It
getting
was
into
like
that.
The Shining.
Really?
Trying to get in the building.
Well, they had to
and
bring us in
down
like a
and-
back way.
Yeah.
We couldn't
They
oh,
were
go
because
having
they
a-
have like it's the cave or
The
something
cave,
like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
But they were
Gosh.
having some event that we could, so we had to go through all these dark. I'm like,
It was like
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
I don't know how
oh
the
my
hell
God,
we get
we're
out
gonna
of
die.
here.
Yeah.
We're gonna die.
We had to set up quietly
It's okay.
in the dark.
Yeah.
Right.
In the
Yeah.
dark.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a
Behind
pretty
the
Okay,
crazy
no one
curtain.
kills
one.
the lead singer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Oh, God.
And,
Yeah.
uh, But we totally love playing on the Winnie Bell.
Right.
I mean,
It's a lot of fun.
it's so much fun with the sunsets and the moon coming up and just people out to have a great time on the lake.
So that's a
Yeah.
win.
It can be a challenge.
But if
though.
you get to the
Yes, but
Wolfeboro
it is
Inn,
a
you might want
challenge.
to suggest that they put music back on the Winnie Bell.
Oh.
I don't know if they're doing it this year or not. but-
So, do you guys have any? You guys have some big shows coming up. I understand.
We do. We last year we played at the bandstand here on Labor Day, and we
Mhm.
were booked again for that on
Awesome.
September 5th. We're really looking forward to that, and we have a friend of ours who plays saxophone, Joe Alaperti, will be joining us for that.
Oh, cool.
And that just adds
Love
another
saxophone.
whole
It's a
dimension.
whole other dimension.
Oh,
Yep.
It's so great. Yeah.
Well, there's some beautiful venues that are coming online now
Mhm.
around, and since we started playing, you do the club stuff because that's kind of where you cut your teeth as a group and stuff. But Tumble Down is I don't know, about a 200-ish,
Mhm.
maybe?
Yeah.
And that's right over in Brooklyn. Beautiful. If you haven't been there, go to that.
Mhm.
See
That's
anybody.
Beautiful
Right.
spot.
Come see us. And then there's Pittman's over. That's another 200-ish
Mhm.
seat
In
room, and then I
Laconia.
think Hobbs up
Mhm.
there in Ossipee.
Yeah.
All of these rooms are doing
Just
music,
great
and if you
spaces.
encourage it, if you support it,
Yeah.
there'll be more.
Right.
Absolutely.
Find
More
Hobbs
music
is
coming
doing
through there.
music, I think, all the way through Bike Week, out in
Oh.
the tent in the back.
Yeah.
So we'll be there.
Oh, that's
Great.
right,
We're
yeah,
there.
yeah.
Yeah,
Great.
June 19th.
Friday.
So come
Awesome.
on up.
Yeah.
And they have some great beers on tap, and our friend Scott Travis is the brewer there.
Yeah.
I
Prior to
have
that-
yet to get up to the tavern. I need to. I've been told I
Yeah,
need
you
to.
need to go.
Chuck has told me many times.
Mhm.
Yes, and I'm dying to go. So hopefully I can get up there and I can catch you guys as well. So
Earlier that day, though, I want to throw in, we'll be at Heritage Harley Davidson.
Yes.
So that's our
In
afternoon
Concord.
Is it
gig,
double?
so-
all right, and then, so wow, you guys
Yeah.
are like hauling
Yeah.
the stage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so come see us at Heritage
I'm
Harley
so glad
Davidson.
you guys had
Yeah.
time for me tonight.
I'm
if you have
coming
a
off
bike-
a 5-day weekend, so let's wrap it up, sir.
We'll always
Right.
be coming to you, Megan, and for
Right,
this
oh,
show then,
yeah,
so
well,
this is wonderful. I
I'm
think
so glad you guys could be here. You have no idea.
any
So
location
fun.
that features live music or any TV program that sponsors and highlights live music, I think is a wonderful thing, especially in this community. And
Yeah.
so thanks
Ditto.
for what you do then.
Yeah,
So
no,
it's great to be here.
Happy to have you guys here. So, for those who need to know, it's CarolynRamsayBand.com.
Yes.
Did I get it right?
Yes.
Phew, it was a lot of pressure. Okay. I might have cheated off the business
Yeah.
card on
You
the
can
table.
find
I'm
us
just saying.
on
Yeah.
Bands in town for your
Yeah.
mobile devices, for Apple and
Great.
Android devices. Then.
Mhm.
So Band in Town
Mhm.
updates for will
Rock
be
it, yeah.
like that night then. So
Awesome.
And
On
Facebook.
social media. Yep,
Yeah,
on Facebook.
You can hit
All
us
right.
on Facebook.
Are you guys ready to play some music? Because I'm
Yeah.
so
Right.
excited to hear you guys play in here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
before we cut to their music, I just want to share with you, thanks to Chuck over here. I know I give him a lot of grief, but he's good for it. I had the
You
opportunity.
get this kind of treatment at home.
Well, I like to keep it consistent for you, Chuck.
That's right.
See what I mean? See? I had the opportunity to sit down with the James Montgomery and Bruce Marshall over the weekend, and I'm going to share it with all of you right now. Hey everyone, it's Megan from Loud and Local. I don't know if you noticed, we're in a little bit of a different setting. It's kind of a special edition. We're hanging out here at the Wolfeboro Inn, and I'm so excited to share this. I think this is so great. I'm sitting here with James Montgomery and Bruce Marshall. Welcome, you guys. I'm so excited you guys are giving me the time to do this. Like,
not nearly
seriously,
as
I've been
excited
looking
as
forward
we
to
are
this
to be on
like
your
for
show,
months.
however.
Right.
The pleasure is ours. Thank you.
Don't hold back, James.
I won't.
So, I don't even know like where to begin. Like, you guys have played with so many wonderful people and done so many wonderful things. Like,
I was completely surrounded. They took out my knife. I started to tear through a wall of human flesh. Why don't we start there?
Right, I'm talking about your music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, not
Yeah.
that trip to Africa, man. I'm telling you, I got out of there with my wife.
Right.
But anyway, you know, I guess, you know, I started my band at Boston University in, I don't know, 69, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And got a big record deal with Capricorn Records as soon as I graduated, and hit the love with the Allman Brothers and Michael Tucker and Leonard Skinner. And there went my teaching career, actually. But,
That you were planning on being a teacher?
I was planning on being a teacher.
And you got a record deal instead.
And my father was
That's
thrilled,
awesome.
you know. My father was thrilled. He said, so glad to see you spent $20,000 on your education, and now you're going to make your living playing a child's toy. He was thrilled.
Yeah.
But, you know, and Bruce had, I'm sure, you had a band in high school, right?
Yep. High school, and turned pro in '74, right out of high school. My parents wanted me to go to Berkeley, but at the time I got an offer to get into a full-time band. You know, 18 years old, on one hand is rock and roll, the other's college.
Yeah.
Wasn't quite mature enough to pick
no
college.
brainer there. Yeah.
Still not.
So we've been at it ever since, and played with basically anybody you can think of, including the Ramones and me. I spent New Year's Eve jamming with Mick Jagger and spent a few days with George Harrison.
Right, because I mean,
So the list goes on.
why not? You know,
Well,
what's a
absolutely.
Sunday afternoon with Mick Jagger,
Absolutely.
really? Yeah.
And we're here today to play with this unbelievable guy, Chuck Farrell, and the Nor'easters,
Yes.
and with Bruce
He
Marshall.
has a reputation around here. I don't know if you guys know that.
The guy's
He's a
incredible.
household name.
Yeah, he's kind of like a lakeside, yeah.
And you know,
music guy,
and we don't want to know all the facets of his reputation. We like
This
the
show's
one-
not long enough.
Exactly. We like the aspect of it where he's a great musician and a
Right,
great
right.
band leader.
And you've had the opportunity to work with him, yeah.
And was thoughtful enough to donate part of the proceeds today for 68 hours of hunger.
Which is an amazing cause.
A
It
great
really
program.
is.
So
Yep.
we want to thank all the attendees today for doing their part to help children get nourished and make sure that they...
Kind of fun. Have you seen the line going as we've been sitting here talking? I don't know if you've noticed.
Well, no, but
You can
the
see
show is sold out, and
Yeah, which is great.
Not surprisingly, with
Congratulations
3
on
big
that.
stars like ourselves on the
Well,
lineup.
I mean, just it to have this time with you alone, I know, it was huge to get, so.
Well, and I'm staying right around the corner, so...
So so you guys met on the road, is that how you?
We've had a duo now for 21 years.
Okay.
We met, actually my band used to open for James in the 70s, so we met casually then, but in the early 90s, I asked James if he might be interested in some acoustic work. He had not done all that much of it. I was doing a lot. And as two full-time guys looking to fill more weeknights, we both had our own respective bands, but we wanted to work more, so it just clicked. We started doing some national shows. Our first gig was with Rick Danko and the band, and then we did Southside Johnny and Blue Man Group and Peter Frampton and different acts, B.B. King and
Yeah, it turned out
The
to be a
late
lot of
B.B.
fun
King,
for me to do
sadly.
the duo with Bruce, because I had to kind of learn how to play harmonica all over again, because I've always been in an ensemble group, and the last thing you want to do in an ensemble, and all you young listeners or viewers, the last thing you want to do in an ensemble group is overplay. you know.
Right.
So, but when you play as a duo, if you don't overplay, it's like
Lost.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So,
Yeah.
so it was great fun for me to do this with Bruce, and of course back in the '70s when he used to open for me. I was 8 and he was 6. It was unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Stevie Wonder had nothing on us.
Right.
Are we the oldest guys
right.
in showbiz now?
I think we are actually.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Well,
Is
no,
that- is
Chuck
that a
Farrell,
title you
man,
wanna
that guy,
earn? Oh, well.
he's like in his
He's
80s.
ancient.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask, like, what were your biggest musical influences growing up? I mean, you guys were obviously like influenced at a young age if you were out of college.
You know, for me it was, you know, I loved rock and roll when I was a kid, you know, and had all the records, the 45s, you know. My brother John and I used to go shoplift them until we got caught. But anyway,
Admitted here.
And I was severely punished. So you know,
Right.
I got a 4-game suspension, $1 million fine. And that's how bad it was.
It's just the way it goes, you know?
Yeah, but no, anyway, it was a joke, okay? But anyway, blues for me was, the first time I saw a guy play blues harmonica, it was just the moment for me. And I had a radio show and I interviewed 110 blues people. And I think rock and roll people, they just, you know, they want to play guitar, they want to wear Beatle boots, they want to get girls, whatever. But blues people all have a specific moment that they remember. And that was it for me. The guy playing harmonica was Chris Seal, who was on with the Uptown Horns, and we still work together 50 years later. Mm-hmm. But so my big influences were Junior Wells, Paul Butterfield, James Cotton, and John Lee Hooker. And eventually I got a chance to play with all of those guys.
Right.
It was actually,
wow, what a moment those must have been.
In John Lee Hooker's band. And James Cotton to this day calls me son and I call him dad. So,
Yeah.
so you know, blues was it for me.
Right.
It really was.
Wow, that's amazing.
I was more of a popster, at the risk of sounding cliche.
Right.
Ed Sullivan, the Beatles. Most guys I know have this same narrative.
Right.
You know, in whenever it was.
But
it was
it's obviously a resonating narrative. Like,
I was
it
9 years
influenced a
old,
lot of people.
in '63, and my parents, my brother and I were watching the Beatles on TV, and I just remember clearly saying, I want to do that. I'm a harmony guy, love 3-part harmonies. I was not, when the battle lines are being drawn between the Stones and the Beatles, I was a Beatles guy. British Invasion, yeah, you know. The blues didn't hit me until I was in high school. I did not grow up with my family exposing me to that type of music.
Right.
So when I was in high school, I heard B.B. King, Muddy Waters, and I was hooked. You know, I was like, okay, this is something I need to do. But I have always kind of been
the chance to play with B.B. King.
The other thing about Bruce,
I can't even believe I'm like degrees of B.B. King right now. That's
I did
amazing.
one of his last shows last year.
Did you?
Yeah.
Wow.
I played with him, opened for him at the Hampton Casino, and 8 shows later, he was off the road.
Mm-hmm.
no.
And we could tell he was getting frail.
Well, we did his 70th birthday party, and I did it
in '95, and then we did another one 10 years later together again at the casino.
Yeah, and I did one at Symphony Hall, and actually when B passed away, I was on the road with his daughter, Claudette King, who I'm doing a package with. We do James Montgomery with the Uptown Horns and Claudette King, and she's great, but she was really, really, you could tell that the whole week we're on the road with her mind was on the spot.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
He influenced so many. The impact that he had on the music world is just, you can't even put.
Absolutely,
No.
absolutely. So,
You know,
and it's cool that he gets to carry through you guys.
And he
so
wasn't,
it's awesome.
he was more of a stylist, you know. He didn't invent any styles. I mean, Muddy Waters invented stuff, Hooker invented stuff, Bo Diddley invented stuff, but he was just the greatest stylist ever, and truly the greatest ambassador the blues has ever had. What Louis Armstrong wants for jazz, B.B. King wants for blues.
Yep.
And one thing you should know about Bruce, though, is that when he was talking about this, how he got into music, he's one of the most gifted songwriters I know. He's prolific. Every time I see him, he's got a new song. And he's a great songwriter. And you know, there's not a lot of guys and girls who are great. I mean, a lot of people look for material when they're recording a record, but Bruce is capable of writing a song a week, it seems like.
Right.
Not lately, but thank you very much.
Right. Well, it ebbs and flows, right?
Yeah,
you kind
it
of have
does,
to go
yeah.
with
Songwriters,
what you
get
got going
inspired
on.
by different things.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's the best part of the process, is what inspired you to write it in the first place and why. I like to hear the stories behind original music. Like that's,
Yeah, well, you
I
know,
think that's my favorite part, and like why I'm drawn to doing.
And we co-wrote a
This show
tune
that
together
I
that
do.
made it on his recent record, which I was extremely proud of.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
I Don't Want to Have a Heart.
Yeah,
we
that's true.
started that on a ferry boat coming home from Nantucket about 20 years ago, and he finished it. And he was nice enough to
Put it on the record. That's
And I
awesome.
remember the girl who
Yeah.
told me to write that song. No, I can't do that. Can't say that.
Don't give it all away. Don't give it all
No.
away. Yeah.
By the
So,
way,
is
his
your,
new
your record
record is-
available right
oh.
now?
It's so good.
Not available now. Makes you know, Father's Day right around the corner. It makes a lovely Father's Day gift. You know,
Right,
my dad gets
right.
the Black & Decker power tool and takes it out of the case and sees the James Montgomery CD. Oh my God!
Power tool
That's
gone.
going to be a Father's Day. Your family will
Right.
remember and cherish.
Chainsaw to the blues right there.
I've got Johnny Winter on it,
Mm-hmm.
and from Aerosmith I have Brad Whitford and Joey Kramer on it,
Mm-hmm.
and blues legend James Cotton is on it. I've got the Rolling Stones horn section, the Uptown horns on it, and the rapper DMC from Run DMC.
Oh my gosh.
We're,
That's a
we're
blend.
rapping a song together. You're looking at a rap artist. Right
Was that like big for you? You needed to own that,
You know,
that genre of music?
here. You know, we did a celebrity guitar smashing at a Hard Rock Cafe. And as we were
A
smashing
celebrity
guitars,
guitar smashing?
yeah, well, they cut them up a little bit at first so they break really easily, but
Right.
but it's
And then what do they
nonetheless
auction
it's
it
a lot of
off,
fun to
or-
smash a guitar, and I do encourage your viewers to do that,
Right.
even if it's not their guitar.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so yeah, and as we're smashing guitars, I'm going, you know, it'd be great to make a record with you. And he's like, yeah, man, I'm down with that, man. So the next record I made, we put them on it, you know.
That's amazing. I love it. I love how it all just sort of organically blends together and you just go with what works. That's awesome.
That's good.
All right, well, I don't want to hold you guys up too much longer, but thank you so much both
Megan,
for sitting
thank
down
you
with me and
again
hanging
for
out with me. And I
having
hope
us.
that maybe sometime I can get you guys to come back and play in studio with us. And
We'd love to do that,
That'd be
and,
blessed.
Yeah,
and
we'd
again,
love that.
want to thank Chuck Farrell for putting this together.
he's the man. He's
He
the
does a
man.
great job, and I'm so proud to be part of the program that he's helping us support today, the N68 Hours of Hunger.
It's amazing. It's
That's
such a
been
good thing.
fundraising.
It's so good that you guys can be here and be a part of it on a nice sunny day. And so,
That
rock
is
the
a-
town of Wolfeboro.
And
Yeah.
thank you very much for having us on the show. We really appreciate
My
it.
pleasure.
Thank
My
you, Megan.
absolute pleasure.
Thank you, Megan.
Thank you.
All right.
Now there you go again. You say you want your freedom. Whoever one will walk right out that door. When the rain washes you clean, you'll know. You will know. You will know. Caleb Meyer, he lived alone in them hollering pines. Made a little whiskey for himself, and it helped to pass the time. No one even in the back of my house, Caleb come around, and they called my name till I went out. No one else around. Caleb Meyer, your ghost is gone away. When I go to sleep at night, don't you call my name. Where's your husband, Ellie Kane? Where's your darling gone? Go on down the mountainside, leave you all alone. Yes, my husband's gone to Bowling Green to do some business there. Caleb threw that bottle down and grabbed me by my hair. Caleb, your ghost is gone away, them rattling chains. When I go to sleep at night, don't you call my name. come all flat top, he come grooving up slowly. He got juju eyeballs, he won holy roller. He got hair down to his knees. He's got to be a joker, he just do what he please. Here come old flat top, he come grooving up slowly. He got juju eyeballs, he won't holy roller. He got hair down to his knees. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please. He wear no shoe shine, he got toe jam football, he got monkey finger, he shoot Coca-Cola. He said, I know you, you know me. One thing I can tell you is you've got to be free. Come together right now over me. He back production, he got walrus gumboot, he got oh no sideboard, he won spinal cracker. He's got feet down below his knees. Hold you in his armchair, you can feel his disease. Come together right now over me. Yeah. He roller coaster, he got early warning, he got muddy water, he won mojo filter. He said 1 and 1 and 1 is 3. Got to be good looking, cause he's so hard to see. Come together right now over me. Come together. Come together. Yeah, come together. Come together. Come together. Come together. Come together. Come together. You stay out all night till the break of day. Snap said, whoa, baby, that's the way I feel. And I said, whoa, whoa, child, honey, that's the way I feel.
Time to the Carolyn Ramsay Band. You guys have been amazing. And until I'm really short. Here we go. That's so much better. All right, everybody. Until next month, enjoy the music. Play it up, guys. Thank you so much.
Oh, I get so disgusted when I try to kiss you. Just don't feel like it used to do. Little by little, I'm losing you, I can see. And bit by bit, your love is slipping away from me. Well, I tried to train you last night in my car. So scared I might find just what I've been looking for. Little by little, I'm losing you, I can see. And bit by bit, your love is slipping away from me. And I said, whoa, baby, that's the way I feel. And I said, whoa, baby, that's the way I feel. And I said, whoa, whoa, child, honey, that's the way I feel. Yeah. I said, whoa, whoa, child, baby, that's the way I feel. Yeah, I said, whoa, whoa, child, baby, that's the way I feel. And I said, whoa, whoa, child, honey, that's the way I feel.
There it is. Thank you so much for having us. Really appreciate it.